called Mike Burns and wanted to do this interview, wanted me to help him do it. I didn't do. And I told him, no, it's probably not the best idea. Which right now, I kind of wish I would have let him. Knowing the way you're going to talk about him after he died, this is fucking bullshit.
So I didn't lend JC $500.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
What happened to the TBI money?
Earlier
you told me it was $630.
We didn't drive to the Bardstown exit and get JC $500.
Is that why he asked for trans so he could go home?
Ian, earlier you told me you loaned JC $630.
No, I told you exactly.
No, I wrote it down.
What I said. I borrowed $500 from Mike Burns with it being like $550 with the PayPal fees and all that shit. And then he took something out of my house valued at $80. That's $630.
$500 and $80 is $630?
I said I had to borrow $550.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to interject here real quickly I'm going to interject here real quickly just to remind everybody listening, this is And Then the Bell Rings Radio with Jerry Wiseman. Special guest Ian Rotten. We are in a very heated debate. Mickey Knuckles joins us on the line along with Ian. This show is not for everyone. It contains adult content, so listener discretion is advised. And, Mickey, is there anything else you'd like to say?
What about the TBI money?
We're at 44. We got to go to, what, 47?
Yeah. What about the TBI money? What happened to the TBI money?
The 8,000.
The 8,000 to you, the Tony, and all those guys on it. What happened with that?
Went to the boat,
motherfucker. Shit is unbelievable.
I'm full of shit?
Went to the boat, motherfucker.
Okay, hold on a second. There you go, boy.
Oh, I just pushed the button. I pushed the wrong button.
Oh, once again, you run your mouth about shit you don't even know about. You weren't around. All you're doing is listening to someone else who has a beef because you have a beef with me.
You're a waste of human life.
You have no knowledge. You have no knowledge whatsoever.
You're the answer to the wrestling business, and if I didn't lose my job, I would beat the fuck out of you every time I see you. You are the most disgusting piece of crap that I have ever fucking laid my eyes on, and you are a cancer to the wrestling business. You should be fucking banned from the whole fucking world. You suck. You are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play.
And if it wasn't for me, your career would have been dead. So,
you're right. Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, well, we'll talk on Saturday. We'll see the story changes, won't we?
No, it won't change.
It will change because I'm going to stomp your ass. You are useless, dude. You are fucking terrible. You've owed me $300 for 8 fucking months, and you've never attempted to pay me back.
I just gave you $50 2 weeks ago.
$50 on 8 months. That's juice, brother. That's nothing but interest. You owe me $300 fucking dollars.
I don't owe you I owe you $250, and that's all you're going to get.
I'll beat the other 50 out of you. It don't matter to me. And what about all this Hep C shit I hear about you? You got hepatitis C, and you're running around bleeding all over the place. Now, if you don't have it,
sure I do.
If you don't have it, why don't you produce it?
Let me tell you something. If I got hepatitis C, then Mickey's got hepatitis C because she swallowed 1 million fucking loads.
Okay, that was a little uncalled for. Now I'm starting to lose control of my own show here, so I'm going to put a kibosh on some of this. So, Mickey, do you have any final words?
If you need to talk to me, you need to get rid of them.
Mickey, do you have any final words?
Hang on.
There you go, Pondo.
Hello?
Pondo?
Yeah, why I have Ian on here? I want, because I've heard this from 5 other wrestlers, and I'm really sick of it. The day that I got my head split open, did you ever get your money for that?
Yeah.
why do you keep telling people you did not get your money from that you never got your money from that?
I had never told anybody that. I had never, ever told anybody that.
So, JC, Metro, Thumbtack Jack, and two others. But anyway, and as a matter of fact, this was after we had a conversation where you got mad at me about not booking Mickey on Carmine and was
are we getting lost there?
But did not care that every time you brought that ring down there, and I want to ask you about this. So why was I paying you insurance if I never had insurance?
Ed Schumann,
you had insurance every show.
Ed Schumann himself called me to find out if I wanted insurance. I said, no, I have insurance. I got Ian. He goes, no, Ian hasn't been paying for that. And I said, you haven't been getting money from me every time?
All right.
You even raised the insurance. That probably because Ed Schumann was so curious of how cheap you was selling.
And it was no good anyway.
Tell me that.
We're way the fuck. We're way past.
Well,
I couldn't hear the last part.
All right, you raised the insurance on me because Ed Schumann was so curious of how cheap you was selling it, right?
47C right there.
Yeah, I did raise the insurance on you and put the heat on A. Yep, I did do that.
Ed Schumann never got any insurance money from my show.
Because I was carrying my insurance. Ed Schumann didn't need to.
Ed Schumann never got any insurance from you for your show.
No, I had my own insurance.
Where am I going, guys?
What I don't understand is, and this is me in this car. This is me talking to Ian Ross. I defended you from everybody. I want to know why you feel Patty does not like me to this day.
Why, what?
Why Patty doesn't like me to this day. Why?
Why
okay,
Patty
let me go ahead. Let me ask you in a different way.
Is that what you said?
Did you ever get screwed on a payday from IWA East Coast?
No.
Then why does Patty feel that I never paid you from IWA East Coast?
No, she doesn't.
That's not what she's telling people. That Pondo never paid Ian Rotten. And I make sure that out of anybody, you got your pay. And the one time I shorted you $10, you had a 30-minute conversation with me about it. But then when we go to the Crimson Mass, you don't have 50, and I say nothing. Why? Because I was all about IWA and helping out Ian Rotten, but then I get these wrestlers saying, hey, Ian told me he didn't get paid on this show and stuff like that. And I just want to clarify on this radio show, I never screwed you on any payday. Even when you went home without any money, you called Mike Burns 5 days after that and got every bit of the money that you were supposed to get paid, correct?
Yep.
That's all I wanted to say.
Well, except for the second-day hotel that it cost me to stay there, but I didn't care about that.
The second-day hotel, the reason you was, look, how many hotels did I get when I was coming to your shows?
No. Where am I going?
I got one hotel.
I can't read that.
I got one hotel that somebody else already had and left. Other than that, I didn't get any. But I always tried to get you hotels.